welcome. So, this is digital art on my iPad Pro, and I am using all public, free public domain images from pixabay.com. So this image, I made it more transparent and then added the pink background and then got it just the way I wanted it. Again, these are free public domain images from pixabay.com, and they have thousands of images that you can use that are copyright free, that require no attribution. So now I have it in the symmetrical mode for vertical. You could put it horizontal, symmetrical, vertical, radial, and even quadrants. And then you can also do rotational symmetry. So right now I just have it on vertical. I'm using the ProCreate app. It's an award-winning app. It only costs about $10, and it's very professional. So as I work on one side, automatically the other side is drawing also. So it's great. I can get perfect symmetry. Because if I didn't have that tool, I really struggle with getting the symmetry of a face. So I chose that background because I really like this pattern design and the texture, and I didn't just want plain skin tone. Okay, for this challenge, the October challenge for our Art and Soul Facebook group, it is for creating a mythological / fantasy creature. That could be fantasy animal, fantasy person. It could be half human, half animal. And what I'm doing is creating like a goddess of the 4 elements of earth. So I'm starting with her face, and the idea is representing in her portrait, representing 4 elements, the 4 elements of earth, fire, water, earth, air. I also will be representing 2 of the chakras, the heart chakra and the third eye chakra. And half the portrait is in daylight and half the portrait is nighttime. So as I color the eyelids, I'm really trying to create a lot of depth with the eyeshadow of her eyelids. So I'd already put in the green and the pink, and I like the green on the lips and the eyelids because it represents and refers to nature. So I'm really making that highlight strong by adding yellow and then white, mixing in some white. As you can see, I have many different tools, digital tools and digital brushes I can use that mimic paint brushes very well. Pencils, pens, pencils, pens, all different kinds of paint brushes and pattern effects. And you can move it around with your fingers. That's what I really like about ProCreate. You can see I'm moving it around, and I'm pinching, zooming up. There's my color palette, color tool, and zooming it up. I'm trying to, right there, I'm blending out the highlight. Zooming in, zooming out, just using by pinching your fingers or making your fingers wider, pushing your fingers wider. And now I took that whole layer and I made sure I had made that face on a separate layer and was able to make it smaller so it will fit in, and so I can be able to fit in the neck and the shoulders, and the heart is going to be going under her chin. the heart chakra with the element of fire. Right now that hair, that blue hair is supposed to represent water. But you'll see I changed that later on. But I'm playing around with the arrangements. It's so easy to, and I consider this digital collage because normally I might draw this on a background just like that, or paint it on canvas, or do it in my art journal, and then that blue hair pattern could easily have been cut out somewhere, or maybe I printed it on my printer and then cut it out and use it as collage. So I consider this like drawing and right now a digital collage. And behind her head I put a galaxy. But I'll be changing this as I go. So it gives you, this medium just gives you so much flexibility on how you can work with it and how you use the digital tools. So as you can see, this side is going to represent daytime, and it also will represent Earth. I just really have so much fun with my digital art on my iPad. I wish more people would create in this way, and I think it's a wonderful medium that more people should take advantage of. And in fact, if you wanted to learn this as a very beginner, I have a 4-part tutorial series, 4-part beginner series, strictly for beginners. And even if you're intermediate, you might learn something about layers, because I know there are artists that don't even know much about layers. So this even will teach you the basics about layers, but it teaches you the basics from the very beginning. And you can find that in my playlists on my YouTube channel. Just go under playlists and look for ProCreate tutorials. Do a search right in my channel. You find the little search box right in the channel. And that way you're not doing a search of all of YouTube, you're doing a search just of my channel for the ProCreate tutorial series under playlists, because it's a 4-part, 4-video playlist. So here I'm thinking I wanted that side, I changed it and how I wanted that, the light blue pattern, hair pattern had been there before, but I decided I really wanted that side darker. I like the contrast. This is supposed to be a water pattern also, probably a little bit too abstract for representing water, being vertical like that. But you'll see I change that as I go also. Okay, so I'm filling out the bottom again with the same pattern as I had done the face and the neck. Using the vertical symmetrical vertical, I guess it's the symmetry tool, so that I can create a heart and then wings, and the wings represent air, the earth element of air. I'm using an airbrush tool, and then for the white, and then I'm going to draw in with a pencil or a marker tool for the patterns within the wings. And this is on 2 times sped up, just 2 times sped up, because it makes it look like I work. That's a little bit faster than what I really would work with how fast you can see that image moving around. So that is 2 times sped up. And this tool is very interesting. It's actually a fire. The name of it is Fire. It's under the Elements. The Elements digital tools, digital brushes. And that category includes a lot of the elements: fire, water, rain, snow. And it does a very good job of really showing fire in a pretty realistic way, if not abstract, and convincingly abstract. But the contrast really shows up well when I start putting that dark shading around her, on her neck. It really pops the fire. So there is the element of fire. The wings represent earth element of air. And the flowers and the vines on that one side represents the earth element. And the water, I'm still trying to get right. So there's the third eye, which is one of the chakras, which adds the spiritual elements to this. So I'm adding some stars right now in the top left corner. Okay, I am gonna, this is almost finished, and one of the last things I'm going to do is create the water in a different way, because I think that's too much going on there, too many patterns going on. Here I'm gonna blur out, oh, I signed my name there, sorry. I sign my name, but later on off camera, I do change the hair, and I'll come back with some finished pictures showing that. And here's how I changed it. And so on the dark side of her hair, which represents night, it's just a very subtle suggestion of the water. It's a red moon that's showing, and right there on the left, it's just a very subtle suggestion of water. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.